Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since I posted another video, but anyways guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between Roblox's Animator and Moon Animator and which one's better for animating. Anyways guys, before I get into it, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, and comment down below what video I should do next. Anyways guys, let's get into it. So first, I just want to start off, if you use Roblox Animator, that's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to let you know that there is also a better animator out there called Moon Animator. I mean, I use it a lot and it's the best, okay? But anyway, first, let's start off with Roblox Animator. So first, you can generate a rig. It can be R15, R6, it can be masculine, feminine, it can be your avatar skinned, Arthro, block, mesh, and avatar 2016 and mesh avatar 2012. So for now, I'm just gonna start off with two rigs, one R15 and one that is R6. And they're both gonna be block avatars, but then I'm just gonna add another part as well. So I'm just gonna put a part there for now. And might as well just get a tool. No, just grab a flashlight, it doesn't matter which tool it is. Okay, no. Alright, here we go. So we have both of our rigs, alright? And if you want to animate these two rigs, you have to click Avatar and Animation Editor, alright? Now, as you have this, it says select a rig to animate or create a new rig by selecting the Rig Builder under the Avatar tab. Wow, that's actually kind of a lot, but anyway. Let's animate our first rig, which is the R15 rig. Now, note the difference between R15 and an R6 rig is that an R6 rig only has 6 limbs: a left arm, left leg, right leg, torso, and a head. Now R15 it has, upper leg, lower leg, left foot, and it has, upper arm, lower arm, and the hand. And it has upper torso, and it also has a lower torso and a head. Anyway, let's begin with the R15 rig. What I like, a breathing animation, idle. So for this idle animation, I'm going to first, of course, animate it. Yeah, see, I need to move it a little more down here. Alright. Perhaps I should move it maybe a little more. Yeah, alright. This is our rig. I'm not gonna enable IK since I'm not gonna touch it. Alright, and we'll just save. Automatic save. Alright, now when we go over to it, it saves. Now let's animate the R6. Now keep in mind this is an R6 rig from Roblox Animator. Let me get rid of the snap to parts. Alright, now I'll make a breathing animation or an idle animation for the R6 rig. And here we have our breathing for the R6 rig. Alright, and we'll just save this, and there we go. And now, we have both of the rigs. Here's a breathing animation for R6. Not bad. See, and I like R6 the best. Maybe I had to move this arm out a little bit, but nah. I'm not trying to make it too fancy. Alright, here's the R15. So yeah. Now, what you can do is, I'm gonna close this animator, or I'm not. So now, however, you cannot animate parts. So if you want to animate this, you'd probably have to weld it to a rig. So here, I'm gonna demonstrate it to you. So I'm just gonna grab an R6 since it's just right there, and I'm gonna put this part inside the rig. And also, the rig, you can just name it rig, and then it'll start animating. You don't have to change the name for it or anything. Alright, so I'm just gonna make everything transparent since you probably don't want to see the rig. Anyway, remove the face. There we go. And now I'm just gonna see if I can animate this. Now, you cannot animate the part yet, which is understandable, but here, I'm gonna weld this part to the torso. Torso is right there, so I'm gonna make this, I'm just gonna make it visible so I can see it. And I'm just gonna move this part right there. Now you can pretty much weld it to anything, but if you're making morphs, weld it to a certain thing. So just to make sure, you know, it's not all whacked out or wacky or anything, but yeah. And I'll uncover morphs in another video, but for this one, we're just going over which animator is best. So now that it is welded to the torso, I'm going to make the torso transparent. I'm going to head back to my animator, and then when I move the torso, it moves apart. So I'm going to make an animation for this part right here. Alright, now here we have it. Here we have our animation. And as you can see, it's nothing too special, but that's how you animate parts. I know, it really does suck. But yeah, that's that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily suck, it just, it's low budget, you know? You can't modify, like, you can't add designs to the keyframes or anything. Curve animation? What is that? Nah, whatever. It's nothing too special. Alright. Anyway. Yeah. So that's that. That's how you animate parts. Now I'm just gonna add in. Now this doesn't really matter. But I'm just gonna add in some, you know, the rigs. So I'm gonna add in R15 and R6, and I'm gonna add this flashlight to which rig? Okay, the one at the bottom. Add that one to that. And as you can see, it automatically welds it to the hand. Now I'm gonna weld, no, not weld, no, I'm gonna add it to this rig, and it welds it to the left, no, not the left, and it welds it to the right arm, as you can see here. Now, pull up our animation editor, and now we'll have this. So, what I will do is, obviously, I'm gonna change that frame rate, of course, and now I'm just gonna animate it. And now we have our animation. I've just made it so that he's waving the flashlight, just, you know, see if there's anything sus going on. But yeah, this is animating that flashlight. I'm just doing flashlight because it's easier, and I just need to find a tool just to show you guys. So yeah. All right, now I'm just gonna click save, and now I'm gonna go over to this R15 rig and animate. So I'm gonna move this arm right here, and then I'm gonna tilt this hand, and then yep, now I'm just gonna move it around just like so. Right, and then I'm gonna copy. There we go. And now I have our waving animation. Now we have our waving animation for the R15 rig. And as you can see, it's nothing too special. I don't want it to be something really special, but yeah. Also, when you're animating, like, let's say an animated R6 sword with the R6 rig, yeah, it doesn't turn out too well. It won't even play the animation. The tool won't even work. So, yeah, that's a big W for Moon Animator because it does that. Anyway, you hear me talking about Moon Animator, so let's get to it. So, what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to add in another part. Just like so. And then I'm going to add in some flashlights. And get 2 of them. And then I'm going to go to plugins. Go to Consider presets. And now you can add your own. You can add an account in, but I'm not going to do that since it takes too much time. Okay. Now, you see, you can only choose from, like, you can't do an art, you know, you can't do a skinned avatar or anything with Moon Animator, which kind of sucks. But if you add it in with the rig builder and inside Roblox, and you just go to a skinned avatar, then yeah, it will add it in. You'll be able to animate it. You can pretty much animate anything with the Moon Animator. Alright, here we go. So faces are here, just for faces. faces being faces. Right, now you have template R6 and R6, and they're both the same. But it's just, if you just want a template and see what you're animating, like if it, like what side is up and what side is down, then yeah. For now, I'm gonna do an R6. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna do a template R6 and a template R15. Now we have it, and now I'm gonna move this part right here, and I'm gonna move these flashlights right here. Now, first off, I'm gonna start off with the part. Now, you see this says, you know, Moon Animator. Now, once you pull it up, you're gonna like, oh my god, what, how do I do this? So, it's super simple. You just click on this part, and it's different. So, when you click on a part or a flashlight, it doesn't work. And if you click on a rig, then it will work. But if I click on it, well, no. It's gonna be different. See, this says new rig animation, and this says new Moon 2 file, and when you click off of it, it says new Moon 2 file. Anyway, I'm just gonna click on the part and click new Moon 2 file, and then I'm gonna click add and go to part and go to C frame. Yes, and that's exactly what you want. Now, sometimes you might need to clean them, like let's say like for like some mesh, and it just keeps going up when you try to rotate it or move it. Yeah, you need to go to the easy weld, and then you need to click cleaner. But anyway, let's start. So for this, you can also animate models like cars. I know I just said, alright, let's get into it, but yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. Sorry, it just came to my mind last minute. But anyway, so now, as you can see, this is different. This is super different. So here, I'm just gonna show you guys this part. And now the controls are different. If you want to move it, it's R, and it's R to rotate. So yeah. Now here we have it. Here we have our animation. As you can see, it's super smooth. If you move the keyframes close together, it goes faster. So here, I'm just gonna add them slightly faster. And if you want to hide the GUI and bones of some stuff, then you just press H. And here you go. Play the animation. Now, you want to add, you know, effects to the keyframes. You want to add certain styles, easing styles to the keyframes. Well, it's simple. Just double click on a keyframe, and for now, I'm just gonna do none for the first one, and I'll do elastic. Actually, you know what? Yeah, and then for this one, I'm gonna animate another part of it. And then for this one, it's gonna be sextic. Sextic is probably the best, like if you want it to be like smoother, like similar to Blender, which I'm not gonna uncover Blender in this particular video, but I will probably in a future video, in another video. Anyway, let's see. So we have none. So as you can see, it's like, whoa, what just happened? Yeah, it's gonna be like that. But so basically, with none, it's like, you know, those cinematic TVs, you know, like those cinematic cameras. And speaking of camera, let's add in our camera. Yeah, you can also add in a camera too. So yeah, but so basically, it's like when the, you know, like some like movies, shows, you know, how the camera turns like instantly like this. Yeah, that's basically what none does. But alright, here, let me go to C frame, and then let me go to this right here. So where does it go? Oh shoot, where does it go? Oh. And I'm just gonna add this in, field of view, and a C frame. So now the field of view is gonna be at 40. 40 is good for zooming in. Now here, let me go to C frame, and then let me go to field of view. Yeah, actually, you know what? This looks perfectly fine. Actually, let me move this right here in the field of view right here. Actually, no. What do I think that would work? Okay. Alright, so now we have our camera positioned the way we like it. So there it is. Now you can zoom out and stuff like that. And I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it and set it back to the normal rate 70. There we go. And now have our animation for the part. So basically, what suck stick is basically, well, first this is not, it zooms, like it zips right there. And now bouncer just bounces back, or elastic bounces back as well. Now suck stick is like straightforward like that. As you just saw here, let me watch that again. Yeah, right there. That's sort of like similar to Blender in its animating, but yeah, that's what it is. And I believe you can also, you can also modify the camera. So if I just want this set to none, and I can do that. But yeah, and here it is at suck stick. Suck stick is like, I don't know, I really like it because it's really smooth. It's really good. It's like Blender, like that's suck stick. But anyway, now you know how it is animating a part. And if you want to save it, you can just go to File and File Settings and Export Rigs, which I won't be doing that in this video. But yeah, I'm just gonna click this, exit without saving. Actually, you know what? I think I might save it. Let me save. Save as, yeah, just atomic save. Okay, there we go. Now we should be able to zoom out. Yep, and rig animation does nothing. Oh, yep, we have them in 2 files. And it's saved. There you go. Now we can animate some of these. So here, let me copy and paste them. So now animating R15 is really good. So see, you have to rename them. So I'm just gonna go R14, and that just works. It doesn't affect anything in it, but alright, here we go. I'm just gonna make a waving animation with this. So here, I know this isn't like necessarily a waving animation, but it's as good as it can get. Well, it's not as good as it can get, but it's just, I don't want to make it too fancy because I don't want the video to be too long, but yeah. Anyway, this is the waving animation for it. I know it's nothing too fancy or anything like that, but yep, there it is. Now I'm gonna animate it for our 6 rig. But first, we need to save. And we're going to go, I'm just gonna save it for wave. And then I'm gonna close this. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, I'm gonna close this. And then I'm gonna open up Moon Animator. Click on this rig. It's gonna be R5. New rig animation. There we go. I'm gonna make a waving animation for this one too. Starting now. Alright, now here we have our waving animation. As you can see, I added some easing styles to it. Mainly it's suck stick. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I don't know, I just really like it because it's really smooth and Blender-like. Anyway, let's repeat it. And you also have a loop button right there, which is nice. And here we have it. Again, nothing too fancy because for time reasons, I don't want it to take up too much time trying to make, but yep, there we have it. And then this is gonna be wave. Alright, now here we have the tools. Now this is where it gets oh, I don't want it to be that big. Alright, now this is where it gets interesting, and I don't want to move or snap to parts. I don't know why that keeps going on. Gets on my nerves. Okay, anyway, we're gonna do template R6. Now we have it right there. Template R15 right there. Alright, now we're gonna animate. So for this one, it may be interesting. Nope, it's not. Alright, so animating tools, it's easy. Actually, yeah, it's super easy. So now, if you don't want it welded, if you don't want the flashlight to be welded to here, then that's perfectly fine. You just gotta take it off. Just remove everything. All right. Oh no, except for the mesh. No, we're gonna keep the mesh. Okay, now we're gonna drag it right in there. We're gonna go to Moon Animator. As you can see, here, let me click this. Click this. And here, and then I'm gonna add an handle right there, and it's gonna say this action requires a new Boom 2 animation file, and just click yes. Now next, as you can see, we can animate with our flashlights. We can drop it. So for this one, I'm just gonna make it drop. So I'm just gonna drop the flashlight. There we have it. Here we have our animation. The flashlight dropping animation. Here it is. Now here, I'm just gonna put this on loop. Actually, yeah, let me just copy and paste. As you can see, it's nothing too special again, but it's definitely something. Here we have that animation. And now, we're gonna repeat the same thing, except here, let me save this. We are going to do this, I'm just gonna name it frame. It doesn't matter what you name it, actually. Okay, we're gonna go new rig animation, and now I'm gonna go to template R6, flashlight, and remove some of the stuff, that, drag that out, and here we go. Now, we can, weld, so what we're gonna do is, actually, I'm gonna do this, handle, and there we go. Now, we have this. Alright, now we have our animation. Again, it's dropping the flashlight. I don't know, I just made it something simple. Anyway, here we have it. Anyway, there you have it. That is the animation. We're gonna click save, and we're just gonna do frame 1. Or whatever that was. Okay, so these are both completely different rigs, so, and with completely different animations, so I'm gonna go over both of them. So here it is. So really, I think your best option here is buying Moon Animator, and it costs $30 freaking dollars. It's crazy. It's outrageous, but it's worth it. Alright guys, you get your money's worth. You can make like movies with it. It's better than the Roblox animation, that's for sure. Roblox, you hear that? You need to update your animator. But Moon Animator overall is really the best. I love Moon Animator. I use it every day because that's how good it is. Moon Animator is really good. I love it. It's really nice too. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, and comment down below what video I should do next. Anyways, guys, see you guys next time, and goodbye. Ah!